Hey, are we good? You gonna tell us we're good? Okay. All right.
We're good. Hello, Bulldog fans. Guess what? The Bulldog TV crew is back for our 5th season, episode 1, and I'm joined to the right here by Brandon Farmer. How you doing, Brandon?
Going good.
Brandon's back. Also, Mr. Kevin Moore.
Hello, and thank you to whoever removed the restraining order.
Class of 1988.
Yes, sir.
See, I remember that now. Class of 2002, Ashville High School.
2001. No, I'm just joking. We had I was trying to get you.
The look on your dad's face was like, man,
it ain't working.
Had to think for a second.
And down at the end of the table there,
I'm here.
The man, the myth, the legend, as I heard that before.
I'm here.
Nick Wilson. Nick, say hello to the large, huge audience out there today.
Shout out to all our Bulldog fans out there. Looking forward to this episode and all the future episodes you guys are going to do.
This is brand new. It's brand new, guys.
New format.
New format and everything. We are, this entire season, we are presented by a very, very technological company called Radiance Technologies. You believe I said that?
Radiance Technologies.
Radiance Technologies. Would you tell, you want to shoot from the hip here and tell our fans what Radiance Technology is all about?
Yeah, so Radiance Technologies is a company, they're a defense contractor actually, based up in Huntsville, Alabama, and they are led by an Asheville alumnus, Mr. Bill Bailey. Shout out to Mr. Bill Bailey, who's the CEO of Radiance Technologies. So I've asked him 2 times now, what do you guys do? And every time I get we do a little bit of this, we do a little bit of that, but really I can't tell you what we do. So they develop advanced radar and technology systems that are used in other military systems to defend our country. And beyond that, he's told me some other stuff, but I don't really want to know if I can say it. But yeah, they help protect the United States of America. They do like $500 million a year in sales or something like that. They're based out of Huntsville. They've got offices all over the world, and Asheville guy runs the show. So shout out to Mr. Bill Bailey and Radiance Technologies for helping make our military one of the best on the planet.
I thought about them last night because I was sitting at home watching, of all things, a marathon of Die Hard movies and all the military equipment. I thought, I wonder if Bill does that. I wonder if he helped blow that up.
Yeah, he, he was in the military for a while. Left Asheville, went into the military, and then the Air Force specifically. And then they put him through college, and he became an engineer and worked his way up through the company, and now he's the CEO. So,
also a huge sponsor of one of our bowl games. Am I right on that?
Yes. Is it the Independence Bowl?
The Independence Bowl.
The Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl.
That's right.
Yep.
And they've also sponsored the Nike Coach of the Year Clinic.
Bill Bailey, a graduate of
Louisiana Tech,
which is
Ruston, Louisiana.
Real nearby where this bowl game is held. I think it's kind of like going home for him. He goes back to those
I think
games.
it's on their campus, isn't it?
I think so. Thanks a lot, Bill. So, guys, you can see here we have some new furniture. I mean, I always
nice,
get excited at my house when I get a new piece of furniture. It's been a minute since we got anything new, Kevin. Hopefully I'll get a new couch one of these days. But look here. Look at this table. We've almost reverted back to the original format.
Can almost eat off this table.
We started the beginning of Bulldog TV with the old table we had over there that was set up like this in a long version. Now this table is lightweight. It can be folded up and moved. We can change sets here.
It's pretty cool, man.
With not a lot of effort.
Yeah, so if you're watching this, because I'm sure a lot of people are going to be listening to this, but I know like you can watch this on Spotify, on YouTube, and on Facebook, and if you're watching this, you're looking at all this and thinking, wow, that's
Who
different.
put this together?
Amazon. No joke. Look. Amazon, so we ordered it, okay, and that's the reason there was a production delay, and Mickey and I were talking about this. There was a production delay, so we ordered this table from Amazon, and it was supposed to deliver a certain day, and it didn't deliver. And I got an email, they shipped it back or whatever, and so we reordered the table. It comes in, and I'm sitting in my classroom with my class, and I get a Miss Witten she comes over the intercom. She says, "Coach Wilson, I said, yes, ma'am. And I'm like, somebody's checking out or whatever. You have a package from Amazon that needs to be signed for at the front office. I said, oh, okay. Usually when I have a package, she just like texts me or they just bring it down to my classroom. So I get somebody to cover my class. I walk out of my classroom. I walk up, and when I turn this corner to go up the main hallway, I see 2 Amazon delivery people, and they are bent over this long box, and they're breathing heavily because, we've got construction going on at the front of the school now on the front door. So they had to bring it in from the side door over here by the library all the way down the senior hallway, 130-pound table. And they both looked at me like they wanted to kill me. So
already put together?
Yeah, it was already. All we had to do was unfold the legs and throw it up, and that was it.
So for folks listening on the podcast, it's I call this a farm table. It's built in.
It's real wood. It's real.
You
pine.
see these farm tables have really got popular lately. It resembles the table you might have seen at your grandparents down on the farm. The long table that you could seat about 20 people around for Sunday dinner. It's like that. It's wood grain. We have new chairs that we're lower. We used to sit kind of jacked up, Kevin.
Calvin can be safe now.
Yes.
Yeah, he's not gonna.
If you go downward, you're not gonna go very far. We're closer to the ground. But anyway, it's very nice. I want to thank Nick for his pursuit. To bring us up.
Well, that's all.
To very improve on the microphones. We got new gear for the microphones. We got pop filters.
Let me say this. As far as that's concerned, it's not me. It's not, that's all the Sports Foundation and the Sports Foundation's willingness to support, how we promote, how you guys especially promote athletics. I'm not a Bulldog TV regular. And you've got a crew back over there that's going to be producing this with you this season, and I'm excited about what's to come, and the Sports Foundation believes in what we're doing. And I think it's awesome. So shout out to the Sports Foundation, our board of directors, our trustees for keeping the pocketbooks open, so to speak, and investing in what we got going on here. It's pretty cool.
For this episode, why don't you introduce our guys that are behind the scenes over there, just so everyone knows who we got on duty here.
So you got Jake Morton, who's the supervising producer, and if you're watching this, you're not going to see him because there's not a camera back there, but Jake Morton is the supervising producer along with Aaron Garvich. Shout out to those guys. They're going to basically be running season 5 with Mickey. And then we've got 2 new guys, 2 associate producers, Coby Caswell and Nick Hansen. They're going to be running the audio and the video back there, so they're making it happen back there, man.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Shout out to y'all. Round of applause.
We're getting bigger. We're growing.
Shout out to you guys. Sir. Good job for doing your job.
So we've welcomed everybody. We've talked about our upgrades, and before we move on, can you tell our audience about the podcast? I mean, they got to find it somehow. Eventually, we've got to find the podcast. So
I know we had a preseason production meeting about what the show. Bless you. About what the show.
That was not scripted.
That wasn't scripted. About what the show was going to be, and we wanted it to be a little more, I think, casual. I think that was the vibe we were going for, and we wanted it to be a little more informative without being so disruptive, and we try, how do we honor our sponsors and all that stuff. So, Brandon and I have done the whole podcast thing before, and I don't know who threw it out there. Somebody threw it out there and basically said, well, what if we kind of moved the format over to the podcast side of things and did it like a podcast? It was you. Yeah. Okay. Shout out to you, Brandon. No, hey, great idea.
Well, no, it was. I think we're all just kind of pondering on it.
Yeah,
throwing it around.
We collaborated on it, but you're right.
Yeah.
It did, I think, originate out of your head, and we kind of said, you know what, that could be cool because it's a little less stressful, and there have been people before that have said, well, why don't y'all make a podcast? Well, this kind of satisfies both, and
right.
It's not live. But it being a podcast, it's available on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, but it's also available on YouTube and Facebook. So you can watch or listen on Spotify, you can watch or listen on YouTube, you can watch or listen on Facebook, and you can listen everywhere else.
And that's what I love about it, because I was telling y'all, I like listening to it while I'm working or doing whatever, and catch up to date on
You
their
don't have to watch it. You can just
Exactly.
listen to it.
I like
in the car.
listening more than I do watching,
Yeah.
of course, but you can do either or.
I drive a lot, so when I get tired of music, a podcast is something different.
Yeah.
From the old days that we can, pass the time while you're driving 100 miles or so.
Yeah.
Now I have a question just for those that are the generation that don't know what Spotify is, or some of the social media. Now, can the average person, somebody that's always listened to Bulldog TV or Dog Talk on Asheville Athletics Facebook page, can they still do that there?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be on Facebook.
Okay.
It'll be in video form. So you can watch it in video form in 3 places. You can watch it on Spotify. You can not many people know this. You can watch podcasts on Spotify.
I've listened to a lot of stuff on Spotify, but never watched
Yeah,
anything,
so Joe Rogan, the Joe Rogan Experience, that's literally the world's most popular podcast. He's exclusive to Spotify, but it's a video podcast. So you can watch his show on the Spotify app or on Spotify.com. You can go and watch it. So you'll be able to watch this on Spotify. You'll be able to watch it on YouTube, and you'll be able to watch it where they've always watched it on Asheville Athletics Facebook page on Facebook.
I saw a bumper sticker the other day that said "honk if you have a podcast." So
Y'all can
that's
honk.
it.
Yeah, you can
Beep
honk.
beep.
Okay. Before we move
I think that-
forward, we have other sponsors.
I think there's one more out of that, weren't you?
Yeah, I think he wanted some more excitement about it.
I'm Mr. Funny Man. We have other sponsors, Nick, that are so good to us, help us through year after year. Let me highlight a couple of those real quick for you. Argo Power and Equipment. They are Asheville Athletics' official yard work partner, Argo Power Equipment. Check in with our friends at Argo Power Equipment for all your X-Mark steel and big green egg. I want one of those steel. It's a bucket list thing with me. There's no yard work project those guys at Argo Power can't handle. Give them a call at 205-467-3300. I love the phone number. Easy to remember.
What's
3300.
What 205 what?
467-3300.
Awesome.
See?
That was a good
Nice
ad
one.
read, Mickey. You did a good job on that.
Can I do another one?
Have you done this before?
Maybe.
Okay.
Okay. How about Shelton Family Pharmacy?
That's a tongue
Little
twister.
tongue twister.
Yeah.
Yeah. Family service like nowhere else. Shelton Family Pharmacy prides itself on supporting Asheville and providing some of the best customer service to the people that make our community so special. Check out Shelton Family Pharmacy at 205-594-3156.
And both of those, just let me give a shout out to them. Like those guys have been so supportive of us for years now. I mean, they basically need to be in like some sort of separate tier for how dedicated they've been to Asheville Athletics. So shout out to them.
You got the phone number just for quick reference. They're right across I-59 north of the bridge on the left in the Asheville Plaza, right? So that's where you can find Shelton
In the plaza.
Family Pharmacy. Yes. Okay, moving on. Community news. You guys have anything you want to throw out there in the way of community news? Now we're not talking about sports right here necessarily. We're talking about. I have one. If you don't sweat it.
I see your notes. I'm interested.
In-town stuff. Town involved things.
You want to help me with that? Are you involved with that this year?
No.
First Baptist
No.
Church, Asheville. You have been in the past. I know that.
I am. Not this year.
Their annual wild game dinner. If you've never been to one, it's pretty cool. I've learned to like deer at that dinner. I didn't care for deer much till then, till I learned how to cook it.
What number
I'm
does
a
this
cook
make
there.
this? How many have we had?
Oh, I've lost count.
I don't know. We've had a
we're
ton.
past
6,
7 or
yeah.
8 maybe.
I'll say since, 2015 at least?
I think so. Yeah, I know. I've been to at least
So at least 8?
5 or
Maybe
6
8
of
and
those.
one.
We always bring in a heavy hitter. This year, Jimmy Houston, for you fishermen, America's favorite fisherman, Jimmy Houston, had his trademark blonde hair with bangs. He has a ministry. Of course, most of these guys that are well known have a ministry, and we invite them to our dinners. And we've had several heavy hitters in the past, like
Sid Bream.
Gene Chiswick.
Gene Chiswick.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sid
Nick Saban.
Bream.
I've only been about 2 or 3.
Saban hadn't been there yet.
I didn't say he did.
Okay, just checking.
February 18th at 4:30.
No,
That's when I need to show up. February 18th at
Won't you
4:30.
read that to us, Nick? Just read
The
it.
Jimmy Houston Wild. Well, it's not the Jimmy Houston Wild Game Dinner, but it's the First Baptist Asheville Wild Game Dinner with special guest Jimmy Houston, February 18th. Dinner starts at 4:30 p.m. The main event with Jimmy Houston begins at 6 p.m. It's $10 a ticket. It includes the men and boys Wild Game Dinner and Expo. So I know there's probably going to be some vendors that they come and set up, and you can eat and you can listen to Jimmy Houston and fellowship with the guys. I always enjoy it when I go.
Yeah.
Every time I've been.
So unique food. I am a cook at this event.
Now, quick question.
I'm a deep fry cook.
What camera do I need to? This one right here?
If you can get it close up, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Go to this one right here.
Yeah.
We'll see if there we go. See, get the details off of that. Hold on, let me do it. There you go. I'm aggravating Kevin.
Gadsden right there.
Where do I get one of these?
Well, you can start.
Because I do still need to buy one.
You're sitting 2 guys away from the guy that has a stack of them in my truck right
How
now.
many?
So if you want them, are you committed? How many do you want? Spot, right?
One.
Right.
I need one,
You
so I owe
want
you
ticket.
$10, right?
You owe me $10. And
I don't want that one.
will
I don't like that number.
Well, it doesn't matter. Look, the number. Even though Alex Farmer always requests number 25 because he's the
What if
25
that
Farmer.
wins the whole thing? I mean, the main prize. Aren't you going to feel?
No, well then give it to me. Can you guarantee that to me?
You guys are getting ahead of me. This number means nothing.
Oh, okay.
When you get to the table, hold on.
It's bad luck to be superstitious.
When you get to the table, Glenn Brown probably will assign you a ticket that will probably have a different number on it, or either you just put your name to it. They're going to draw out of a hat. Let's call it that. A rotary thing.
Yeah, because there's door prizes or something,
There's
right?
door prizes.
Yeah.
And we don't want to name them because we could get banned from life if we say that
for the
G
digital
word.
Yeah.
Okay, but there's going to be a
Pew
lot
pew?
of G's given away. Okay?
Pew pew, right?
Yeah. Click, boom. Right?
I love how we're having to skirt around
We're going to
this.
skirt around it because I got in Facebook jail, sort of. No, not really. I got tapped. I got flagged.
Yeah.
Flagged. That's what
Yeah.
happened. But anyway, I hope we usually sell this out. Usually around 400 tickets are available because you got to know how much to cook.
Isn't First Baptist a sponsor
You tell me.
of Asheville Athletics?
They have been.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, they are.
They are. You looked at it.
So
They
we're
are.
getting double dip right here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're giving them this. This is a great event.
Yeah,
a lot
it
of
is.
fun. If you're, I have it on good word that the entire Asheville High School fishing team will be in attendance.
That is what I've been told as well. Yeah.
They want to see this guy. They want to talk to this guy because he's going to tell them what lures need to be throwing.
Yep.
All right. Thank you very much.
I do have something I want to say about like community news or something. Well, it is kind of
let's have
community news. $10,000 giveaway.
10.
That's
real-
right.
Can I talk
All
about that? Can I talk about that now? Is that okay to talk about now?
It's
It's
what we're here
community.
for.
Yeah.
We're here to talk or
So,
go home. No.
anyway, so the Sports Foundation is doing the $10,000 giveaway, and it's no longer being done by the Alumni Association. So it's now being done by the Sports Foundation to benefit Asheville Athletics. So those tickets are for sale. There's 300 tickets for sale. It's going to be April 22nd, which is a Saturday at 6 p.m. in downtown Gadsden at
210 at the tracks.
210 at the tracks. Thank you, Kevin. At 210 at the tracks.
I'm not
Tickets.
familiar with that. That's where?
Where is that?
It's on Locust
Locust.
Street.
Yeah,
isn't
that's right. It used to be right there behind, I think, Mater's Pizza. If
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken. Or maybe a block over.
Yeah, I think it's a
they
block
have
over,
They
yeah.
have a lot of proms there. It's a very, very nice looking facility. So
Yeah.
Okay.
It's right next to the is it the Downtown Chief?
I've been in the building before.
I think it's right next to
and
the
I can't
Downtown
remember-
Chief.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you've ever eaten there.
Yeah.
So but it's going to be a massive fundraiser for the Sports Foundation. It's going to help with capital improvements. So, we're building the hitting facility. We're going to start work on some other facilities projects in the gym and at the football stadium too. And so all the money raised from the $10,000 giveaway is going to go towards that. We're going to have silent auction and bingo and all kinds of stuff going on. Your meal's going to be provided for. You get 2 meals with your $100 ticket, your $100 donation for your ticket, 2 meals, and obviously your ticket gets put in for a chance to win $10,000.
What are we cooking?
That's what I was about to ask.
I don't actually know. I'm not a part of the food committee. There's a food committee, and I don't know.
Could I suggest
What's that?
steaks?
What? What would you say?
Could I suggest steaks?
I've made that suggestion.
And
I don't
mean
know.
hamburger steak either. Okay.
Yeah, you're talking about like the real
real
deal,
vibe.
right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm just suggesting it.
It'd be cool if we could get them like made to order too. That'd be really nice. Like,
Yeah.
would you like?
ought to get tiger meat.
Would you? I don't know.
Move right along.
We make a lot of money with that.
Yeah.
You said April 22nd,
April 22nd.
Saturday. At
I think that's a
6 p.m.?
Saturday. Let me
Okay.
check, make sure.
All
I
right.
think.
Thank you,
April.
baby.
Yep. April 22nd, 6 p.m. It's also Earth Day.
Yep.
So shout out to Earth Day and the $10,000 giveaway.
There you go.
Okay.
Big deal, big event.
Thank you, Nick.
And contact any
we
member
will-
of the Sports Foundation or the school if you want a ticket.
We will promo that event all the way up to the last
Yeah.
recording
I'm
before that happens.
Definitely going to that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be. I'm excited.
I've been to
I
some
might
of
be
those
out of town that weekend, but I might have to go to
We can
Nebraska.
Skype
But
you
I'm
in
gonna
there.
I'm gonna try
Okay.
to make it back.
We'll
for
Skype you
Saturday.
in for the
Yeah.
for the opening.
This fun
speech.
fact: when we used to have those, who was it that came? Comedian.
Mickey Dean.
Mickey
Mickey
Dean.
Dean,
Mickey
yeah,
Dean.
that's what I've heard.
He was the master
Wow.
of ceremonies too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Always. He was,
funny
he
guy.
was
man.
good. Yeah.
Funny guy.
I heard he did a really good job.
Yeah. He did.
Yeah, after he'd already been up there, he calling out names, and Kevin, you're gonna appreciate this. I don't know about any of those younger guys, but he said, "I feel like Billy Graham up here. Come on down, come on down." That was good.
Yeah.
But
This will be a fun event because I've been at some of these before, and it's going to be interesting because you got $10,000, and it comes down to 4 people,
Yeah.
and then they all decide whether you want to split it or you. And there's one person that doesn't want to split it. And,
Right.
And
I've been in the top 10 on that stage, and I can tell you, it's really, really a rush, so to speak, to be.
oh yeah.
Think, here we go. Could it be me?
To think that you could go away if you don't split with anybody,
Yeah.
you're coming away
And
with $10,000.
That's the hard part, because if you're down and looking at somebody that's your
Yeah.
buddy and you're
Yeah.
not willing to split, they're willing to split, but you're not.
And then you wonder why you have 4 flat tires on the way home.
Yeah.
Well, and think about it. I think like
Right.
if you split,
Sugar in my gas tank.
I think if you split, the Sports Foundation keeps $1,000, so you're only splitting $9,000.
They do. You have to.
Yeah.
So like if you want to really
sacrifice.
gamble for it, you could walk away
Right.
with $10,000, or you're going to walk away with $4,500.
Yeah.
You know, if it comes down between you and one other person, or or $3,000 if you and 2 other people. So
So that's going to be a great event.
that's awesome. I'm excited about that.
More community news. Now, this is kind of off the chain here a little bit. So, most of us in this room live in the Asheville community, right? So, except for Kevin. Kevin's in Attala. Do you have power lines going into your house?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
What a
got some
segue.
leaning
So-
right up on the high. I got some wrapped around some trees.
So when the wind blows, your lights flicker, correct? So this past week, I was sitting down with my mom, and she was telling me, she said, "Hey, while you were going to Atlanta," I said, "there's about 3 Pike electric trucks." Now, Pike is a independent contractor from Mount Airy, North Carolina, that does a lot of upgrade work for the Southern Company or Alabama Power. So these guys are out of their trucks and in our yard with clipboards and things like that. And I don't know if she made her way outside and spoke with them or what. And she said, "Man, we're just doing a survey here. As a matter of fact, we're checking out these utility poles to Alabama Power is considering putting your power underground." And my heart almost stopped right then, because I wanted underground power when we built our house 25 years ago, but it was going to cost me $2,000 to do it. Because I
Back
hated
then.
that wire, that ugly,
Yeah.
lead-in wire going in there, and I was going to change that because I was trying to do things, fashion forward, as they say. So that might happen. I don't know if that interests any of you guys, but how many is sitting here now is because of high winds, your power's out?
Yeah, there was a tornado back in 2011 that knocked ours out.
Yeah.
In fact, when you said Pike, some of those trucks have been in Camp Seibert.
Yeah.
So I think they're kind of starting that. And you have to see our yard because we don't even have an acre. And I've got 38 pine trees in my yard, front and back.
Golly.
I mean, Kevin Harris could retire if he took care of my yard.
Well,
But it's just, but they're so close together, and I'm just like, and every time a storm comes around, I get worried because I got one tree that'll take out the whole block, and I'll be the one that'll catch the.
So that could be life changing for some of us sitting
Well,
here.
I think it'd be cool to get that done downtown. Get all those power lines out of the sky downtown. It'd make downtown look a little bit better, And I think the city's working on that, aren't they? They're trying to get a grant to make that happen, or they have gotten a grant to make that happen. Because I know the city of Auburn did that 20, 30 years ago.
They were doing something like that to change the traffic lights around the downtown area. Yeah.
That'd be cool to get the
side note
utilities
to that. There was an accident in town on the corner where the new park is.
Mm-hmm.
They were going to shave that corner off, make trucks easier around.
Yeah.
Well, they had an accident and destroyed that power pole.
Yeah, I remember
that. They were going to move, and now there's a new power pole
that they
sitting
have to
even
move.
closer to the street. So I don't know what's going to happen there. So
they're going to have to move that new power pole, right?
They have to move the new one, but I guess they had to get power back up. So that's the way that happens. Next, all right. Asheville, Alabama has a population of 2,500 maybe.
Well, yeah, that's a rough.
We
guess.
have 2 Dollar General stores within the 35953. Correct. We're about to have a third one, and this news is already out to a degree, but I don't know if everyone knows this or not. But the reason I brought it up is
that's $1 General for every 833 people.
One person told me they're going to build them so close you could actually walk to them.
Yeah,
and was serious when they said that. This new Dollar General, Nick, is going to be within rock throwing distance of the high school, right across the road from the high school.
That's the rumor.
What is your is that exciting news? Is that any news at all?
That's incredible news, and I'm gonna for me personally, I'm gonna out myself here because during my planning period, I love to go to Dollar General, and I don't do it every single day, but about once a week I'll go and I'll get my shopping done, and I'll go right down here by the roundabout.
Jake Morton is giving you the eye.
Get it done. Yeah.
What in the world is he talking about?
Well, I mean, it's easy, it's convenient, right? Yeah. Well, if I could walk across the street, literally cross 231, and just walk back across, get my exercise in, get my lunch, I mean, I'd be in hog heaven.
There'll be a new traffic jam after school at the Dollar General possibly. But here's another reason I brought up this subject. Dollar General comes in, like Jack's, Dollar General comes into somewhat a remote area.
Yeah.
But before you know it, someone else comes in.
Mm-hmm.
And you start this. So I am wondering if this will set off a chain of maybe a convenience store next door, maybe. I don't know. So it's Kevin.
Well, I just as a suggestion, his opinion, and like I said, my opinion, and like I said, some people don't give a rip about it, and that's fine. But I'm saying this with all sincerity. Now we're talking about I see all these Dollar Generals popping up all the time. Why doesn't somebody build one? And you may think it's stupid, but at the end of the day, why doesn't somebody put one in the middle of Shoal Creek? Because those people in Shoal Creek, they have to travel a long way.
Trust me, I know. I live at the end of Shoal Creek.
I mean, have one right, because I remember there used to be a store down there at the end of the and it was, because a friend of mine used to work there, and I'd go and hang out with him, and that store was constantly busy. And I'm sitting there thinking, because Shoal Creek, I hadn't been down there probably since the tornadoes. I don't think it's been a while, and that's a long road. So, why somebody needs to maybe do some kind of economic study.
Hey, imagine if they built one on the water and you could access it by boat. Like $1, like put it down there in that slough, and you could reach it from land or sea. They would kill it during the summer if they put a Dollar General on the Coosa River on Neely Henry. It would kill during the summer.
Call it the Dollar Dock.
I think,
yeah. We might have just created a business idea right here, right now. General store on the water.
I think you're going to live to see one near Greensport. Greensport.
Yeah.
The community of Greensport. The upgrades they've done at the Evans Marina campground has created a small town, I think.
Basically.
If you go down there any time during the year, there's somebody camping there now.
Yeah.
That campground is really nice right now. If you hadn't been to Greensport lately, you ought to give it a look. It's got a whole new look to it. But by the way, the store you're talking about at Shoal Creek is being renovated to reopen.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see. All right. Before we move on, let me drop a few more sponsors' names here, Nick. First Baptist Church, Asheville. We said that. Kell Realty, Shaw's Barbecue, J&B Services, the Rose Chapel. They got a commercial coming. J&K Tire, Micasitas, my favorite Mexican restaurant ever, Micasitas. Smith Tomato, Piggly Wiggly, Asheville Drugs, and Harris Tree Service. All sponsors of Asheville Athletics.
And Bulldog TV.
And Bulldog TV.
Yeah, shout out.
Good
Shout out.
sponsors.
And, you know, a lot of people, I've heard people say, like, well, how can I bought a banner for the football field. How can I get a commercial on the basketball games or Bulldog TV? Well, buy the top tier package. All those folks did, and that's why they're getting the shout outs. You know, if you want to have a commercial and you want to be promoted on all the basketball and all the football and all the soccer and all the wrestling broadcasts or whatever broadcast, then you know, it's a lot of money, but it goes a long way. If you come on campus and you see what we've done in the past 5 years, it's incredible what the Sports Foundation's been able to do, and it's because of the support of our sponsors and our donors and the people that invest a lot of time. And real quick too, I want to give a shout out to our board of directors and our trustees, but one person in particular, Evie Potter. You know, not many people know what she does behind the scenes to keep athletics around here going, and that woman works harder than almost anybody I've ever been around in athletics at any level. She's Brandon's right there with her too in terms of how hard and how much time and passion, and it's just every day I get a text message and it's about some different project or something else that we got to get nailed down, we got to fix, or we need to improve on, or we can do, or this, that, and the other. And it's just just shout out to her. She does a lot, and thank you, and thank you to our other officers too. But she's our treasurer, and she keeps everything straight, and she checks all the boxes, and so that's shout out to her.
Those people help keep the wheels moving here at Ashville High School.
Yeah,
No doubt about it.
Brandon, it's been a while since we've talked about the youth league. Can we tell me the news about you in the youth league? Is that news yet? About your title? Brandon is
that a no?
Brandon is the. If you could just tell us, I know I blew him out of the water with that. Now, football's behind us. We had another successful season. We don't have to get into any specifics, but our registration numbers are continuing to grow.
Yeah,
and be stable.
I just pulled a Calvin.
Yeah, there went Calvin.
Let me get back up here.
Take your time, old man. Take your time.
Shout out, Calvin. Shout out to you, man.
Basketball season is underway.
Mm-hmm.
You have another record number of participants this year. So I've attended several of those games. You stay very busy during that, hopping between schools. A lot of time we have them going on right here at the high school and at the middle school.
Yeah.
We have a lot of fans at these games. They're mostly parents and grandparents, but you'd be surprised how many of those people are in the parking lot. I mean, it's full. So these guys, it won't be long. They're our varsity team. That's what's coming. I looked at an old video of your son, Brandon Jr., from 2017, and it's unbelievable how these guys have grown up in that, what I consider a short amount of time. But so basketball season's underway. You got a tournament coming on down at the end of February.
Yeah, let's back up a little bit before we get. Excuse my voice. I'm with all the basketball and singing that we've been doing here lately. I've lost my voice a little bit, but football wise, we finished football.
Mm-hmm.
Back in November. Had another successful season. Year 2 under the North Central Football League that we basically all the majority of all the St. Clair County schools plus Leeds and Coosa who were in it. We have added new additions to the football league. Southside and Glencoe are coming and are here in our league, and it's exciting for just the league overall. They're great organizations. Southside, Heath, Harrison, from there, and then you got Mike Langford from Glencoe, two great guys who represent their schools, youth association with football. They've kind of been in the works for a little bit. Southside had really it was more. We've been in talks with Glencoe a little bit. Southside kind of came on late, and then when they wanted to make the official move, Glencoe was like, "We're coming too." So
That's awesome, man.
I think it speaks volumes when
Yeah.
you got Etowah County teams wanting to come join your league. I think that's a reflection of
Yeah,
how well things are going here.
yeah. And we
you
just
have some
kind
other
of
Etowah County teams besides those two.
well, you got Coosa.
You got
Coosa Christian in
Coosa
there,
Christian. Okay.
and we just basically, man, the league is just about the kids. It's not about anything else, and nor it should be. It's about the kids and the kids only, and having just a really good football league for them, and we got a lot of guys in this league who represent that. They're not about anything else, and so we got them two. Who just joined, and looking to possibly have more join, and I'll keep you updated with that as we go. But right now, that's how it sits. And yes, we are doing basketball right now, and like Dad has been saying, man, a lot of I walked a couple of weeks ago. I guess it was the second weekend of January. We had Ragland over, and they came over and brought their youth teams and everything and played us. And I walked in the high school gym. In the whole entire section side where everybody usually sits, it is completely full. And I'm like, man, where are all these people coming from, But they want to see their kids. I mean, grandparents, parents, uncles, aunts, whoever. So, but we've built up this basketball league that we've kind of had for the past, 3 years now?
3, yeah.
And people, I think, just really love this teaching the kids basketball, and so we're just kind of moving along with it.
Baseball season is right around the corner, and we'll save the heart of that conversation for maybe we can get Robin Boland, who is now stepped into the coaching position from direct. He was mainly the director of baseball. I think
still,
you have seen those duties.
Yeah,
He's still with the program.
Yes, no doubt about it. Yeah, Robin B, and he's already working on baseball sign-ups and tryouts and all that stuff, and he's already got, dates for that, and then that will continue on. So, but right now we're just trying to slowly get by one weekend at a time for basketball, and but like Dad's saying, this is a time that we're, really, this, a lot of people think about this time, not being, I don't know, right before
Kind of a dead zone.
basketball is just kind of dead zone, because a lot of people do baseball. There ain't no doubt about it. And youth baseball is really, really big all the way across the board. But basketball, man, we really try to teach these kids the right way, because, truthfully, 1 year at a time is them getting closer to junior high and into the high school stuff, and wanting them kids to know the fundamental works of basketball. So
What's great is, and I was actually talking to somebody at Moody yesterday this past week at the county tournament about this, and both of them were actually former Ashville High School folks. One was an Ashville High School graduate, and one went here. He didn't graduate from here, but we were talking about the need for youth and junior high and varsity programs, JV programs too, to all kind of be in line and synced up. And I brought your name up. And that's crucial. It's like everybody. I'm not saying you gotta do every single thing the exact same way, but everybody's got to focus on the same goal and have a similar map to get to that goal, and be kind of sort of on the same page, and at least in the same chapter of the same book, so that you're not having to recoach or outcoach somebody that came before you with those kids, and to be able, as a high school coach, to be able to know that in football and basketball and baseball and softball, and soccer too, to know that our youth is taken care of, that's awesome. And that's so shout out to everything that y'all do with the youth, man. It's really cool to see that.
Our youth is our pipeline to our success.
It's the future.
It's our pipeline. So, and that's everybody's.
Yeah.
So, for every school. So, we're just trying to make it consistently good. I don't think we try to make it better each and every year, but I think, just trying to make it consistently good each and every year.
Yeah.
I think as long as you do that and you're teaching the kids right, the more success you'll have for sure. So, but yeah, other than that.
Thank you, Brandon. We got to keep this thing moving. We're going to be an hour and a half long edition here. But anyway, we're going to talk about the new batting cages in just a moment. But are there any updates you'd like to present as far as what's happening right here at the high school? Baseball around the corner.
We've got a lot going on, man.
And that might take a long time.
I could go into sports. I could go into facilities. I could go into academics. It's just like that. There's so much going on. That's something that I wish, though, in and of itself, that people understood. The amount of stuff that goes on at a school, especially in the spring, between testing and graduation and all of the athletics, and it's award season, and it's just nonstop. So really, Mickey, we could do an entire episode on just like what all the various things that are about to kick off or that are going on, stuff like that. And
well, why don't we do this? Why don't we'll be back next week.
Yeah,
we'll bear down a little harder on that. But
I just want people to understand that when they see something that may not that might upset them, to just please be patient,
right?
Because we're actually down 2 people this year.
Yeah,
we're they cut two people from our staff last year going into this year, so we're down 2 people. So and 2 people can make a lot of difference at a 4A high school, and so please be patient with us. Whether your kid is an athlete or not, it doesn't matter. Be patient with the high school, with the middle school, with the elementary school. We're maximizing our resources and our potential, I think, and we're still killing it. Now, does that mean I think everything's perfect and everything's going to be done perfectly? No, but we're doing what we can, and make sure that we know what we can do better. But just try to be patient with us at the same time.
Good deal. You and I did something yesterday.
We walked around.
We went around
thing.
We went around a thing out there that's being constructed. Do we have footage on that?
I think we do. I don't know. I think Aaron's going
to
throw it up there. Yeah, throw it up there, Aaron.
Yeah, we got something here.
Let's show the people.
And Nick's going to walk us through this.
We'll narrate. Right, okay, so this is our new hitting facility that's currently under construction. It's nearing completion. You can see there's 2 facilities for baseball and softball. You can see I'm pointing to. Basically, I'm talking to Mickey, to the camera, about how everything's going to lay out. So there's going to be 1 full-length batting cage and another full-length batting cage that can then be broken down. Actually, they're pitching lanes, and then the pitching lanes can be broken down. I just threw up the number 4. Can be broken down into 4 different hitting cages within one facility. So we can have up to 4 pitching lanes or 8 hitting lanes going at the same time. One will be for baseball, one will be for softball, and there's going to be a netting system that I'm kind of talking about. We're going to run power from the band room, which Mickey's panning over, you can see. So power will be run from the band room to the facility. It'll be lit. It's not going to be fully enclosed. You can see we've got these massive wood beams set. There's going to be concrete everywhere. Shout out to Jake Layfield and his crew for helping us with that. Shout out to Davis Metal, Tim Wilson at Hoare Construction in Birmingham. Shout out to Jeff Brown, Calvin Bailey, Bill Bailey, the board of directors for the Sports Foundation, anybody that's donated, and all of our sponsors that have helped make this happen. This is the first facilities construction update that really we've taken on as a Sports Foundation, and we've had major success. I think there are other people at other schools in the county that are kind of jealous of what we're doing.
Good.
And there's going to be a walkway that's going to go up that we're going to tie in eventually. Yeah, I mean, it's a massive facility. You get up on it, and it's huge.
Yeah,
it's huge, man. And shout out to Rusty St. John and Jeremy Mitchell and Nikki Van Pelt and Justin Burns, our superintendent, Mr. Burns, the board of education. They've been supportive in helping the plans get certified and get the engineering costs taken care of and things like that. But as far as the construction of this facility, it's all been the Ashville Sports Foundation. So shout out to the Asheville Sports Foundation and all of our donors and all of our sponsors and the people that have volunteered and all those names I said earlier for helping get this thing done. This is going to be the nicest hitting facility in our county. There's no doubt about it. We're going to have the most space, and we're going to be the most productive baseball and softball teams in that hitting facility in the county.
Thank you, Nick. And by the way, as long as I can capture just a small amount of your time, maybe on a Saturday, we're going to continue to do video shots of these things, these projects and all. 'Cause we got
it'll be done.
More
it'll be done very soon.
that's going on around here, and so good. Thank you, Nick. Okay, county basketball tournament is complete.
Yes.
Congratulations to our Moody brothers for winning the varsity boys. Tell me some of the other winners, Nick, if you have those. Or
varsity girls, Springville took it. Coach House and the varsity girls of Springville secured another county championship. They defeated Moody. The JV boys, our JV boys played in the championship. We beat Raglan and St. Clair to get to the county championship, and we lost to Moody. The Moody JV boys. JV boys beat us by 32, I believe. So congrats to Moody there. Freshmen and JV girls, I'm not 100% sure on those teams. I know Moody took.
I think Springville won the freshman.
The freshman girls,
I think.
yeah. And then I think Moody might have taken the boys as well.
I think you're right.
So shout out to those guys. Raglan hosted the tournament, so the first two nights were at Raglan. The last three, I believe, were at Moody. So shout out to Moody High School and Raglan High School, Coach Eden, Miss Ball, the principal, Coach Eden, who's the head boys coach, Sawyer Merritt, Daniel Fawcett. Those guys organized a really, really, really good tournament, and Dr. Chris Walters, the principal at Moody, getting everything situated at Moody as well. Even though Moody was not the official host, they allowed Raglan to use their facilities for basically safety reasons to make sure everybody could fit in the gym. So shout out to all those people for making it happen. Rusty St. John, our county athletic director, and his involvement, Mr. Burns, our board, Nikki Van Pelt, Randy Thompson, all those folks, Bill Morris, everybody. So shout out to all them.
Thank you. Here's where I might get in trouble to a degree, but this is a sensitive subject. Now, we all have Facebook. Anybody in this room does not do Facebook. Facebook is a wonderful thing, tool, communicator, right? It's put us all closer together. Even though we're hundreds of miles apart, we can still exist and communicate instantly. But it's also, I consider, a vast wasteland of opinions. Okay, Pell City is a city school system. They formed their own school system somewhere around 40 years ago, about 1979, I'm going to say, maybe 1980. I believe, Kevin, you help me out here if you remember, since that time they have not been able to participate in the county basketball tournaments.
Correct.
Not one single time.
Not that. Seemed like early 80s, it might be 82, 83, but I'm not 100% positive. But I think they've been out pretty much since 1980.
All right. So last week, I follow a particular radio station in Pell City who has a Facebook page and a live broadcast of their morning show on Facebook. And the subject got brought up. The arguments were already underway when I joined that Pell City should be back in the county tournament. And so I joined in and I chimed in that they were not a county school, and they want to know the reason why they can't be in, yet Victory Christian can be in. Victory Christian is not a county school. It is not a city school. It is a private funded school. And at some point, Kevin, I don't know when this either, you may remember that, at some point they were invited into the county tournament. But they do not have a vote on the, I'm assuming, a board which consists of coaches, administrators. I'm not sure what the board involvement. I know they're over this, but they're still an operating, a governing body.
They don't have a vote on the Constitution for the.
They don't have a vote,
yeah.
And they cannot host, which means they do not get any money. Correct.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They're just a participant. They're basically like an observer.
Right, but they're in the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
If they win it, they get a trophy.
Yeah.
Okay. Pell City fans are disgruntled that they cannot participate in the tournament. I have my opinions. Anybody want to throw yours out there? I mean, it's a touchy subject. If they are invited in, our range of schools range from 1A up. I think we skipped the 2A. We don't have any 2A schools involved. I don't know what is Victory's.
They're 1A.
They're 1A. So we have a couple of 1As.
We have 2 1As.
Then goes to 4A.
We have 1 4A.
Us.
Us. We have St. Clair, which is a 5A.
Mm-hmm.
Is Moody a 5A or 6A?
I believe they're 5A.
Okay, so 2 5As. Springville's a 6A. We don't have a 7A in the county. Pell City's a 6A. Yeah.
All right. Basketball is not necessarily like football, but the law of averages says you're going to have more athletes to pick from the larger the school you have, and you only can play 5 players at a time. So what do you think the advantage – where do we stand if Pell City comes back in the tournament? Are we pushed even farther down the pole as far as our chances of winning a tournament?
I've got a very strong opinion about it, and I'm going to filter that opinion because I've got some friends that work in the Pell City school system, and, I respect their former superintendent, Dr. Barber, a great man. He's done a lot for me. So for the sake of that and for the sake of folks that I'm still close with that work over there, I'll say this, there's a way to go about this, and the way to go about it is not lambasting the St. Clair County school system or the superintendent or the current setup. If you want to get in, you do it the way Victory did, and you quietly, calmly, respectfully lobby those in authority and those that make the decision to do that. You don't go on social media and lambast everybody else in the county basically because you're being excluded from something, and then try to argue that you should host it every year. Fair is fair, and you want to argue that you want to be included because it's the fair thing to do, and then in the same breath you want to argue that you should host it every year because you have the facilities. Great argument. Wonderful argument. Victory's in it. They're not a county school. That supports your argument. We've got another 6A in the county, so you can't make the argument that us being or Pell City being 6A hurts the tournament either. So they've got a lot of good arguments, but it's the way that they're going about it that I think they could change. Be a little bit more tactful about how you do it, and instead of going on social media and attacking our superintendent or our Board of Education or our coaches or the way that our tournament is handled, maybe do it in a different way. Maybe talk to every single principal and every single AD in the county, and then go to the board and go to our county AD. Do it that way. Don't just have and I'm not saying anybody from the school system's doing that necessarily, but these fans have to understand that there's a process and that they need to do it the right way. So that's all I'm going to say about it.
Well,
we know how Nick feels.
Yeah. I told myself I was going to filter myself, and I didn't do a great job at filtering myself, but now you know how I feel.
Right.
So.
Brandon
what?
Well, I mean, Nick just unloaded his wagon, and I know you have one. It's not a real big deal how you feel. I mean, it's sort of.
I feel like Victory came in saying, "Hey, look, we just want to be a part of a tournament. Yeah. We don't really want to step on any toes or anything.
That's exactly how they did it.
We just want to be in a part of a tournament, let our kids get some experience, and that's it." And I think it needs kind of what you're saying. It needs kind of, if you're going to take steps, that's kind of where you need to start. Yeah. Not to
demand.
Yeah. So. How long we been having Kevin? How long we been having the county tournament? How long we had it?
Yeah, at least since the late 70s, early 80s.
Late 70s, early 80s. So it started around that time. And like you said, I guess they haven't been in it since 1980, since the early 80s. So, I don't know. It just, I'm with Nick. You need to approach it a different way if you want to try to be in the county tournament, and just. do it the right way, I guess you'd say, in some sense. So not really demanding to be in because you feel like you need to be. So,
well, and it's one thing too. It's like we've got the best facilities in the county. You know that that's a slap in the face.
Well,
man.
that's not the whole point of the county tournament.
Exactly.
The whole point of the county tournament is to everybody gets to host it each and every year, and that's a big money maker for each and every school. So it's not all about.
It's good exposure for
it's good exposure for our schools and everybody. So,
and our communities.
No doubt about it.
And there were not that many. I mean, there was probably less than 6 people making at least I can narrow it down to 2 that actually was making the crude remarks toward our superintendent.
Yeah,
and even tagged him in some of those. By the way,
I saw.
Yeah, I don't think the whole Pell City system may not necessarily feel that.
I highly doubt that that's the official line coming from the Pell City school system or Pell City High School or Pell City athletics.
They've got a decent argument that there are some students that live in the rural parts of the county south of Pell City that they have allowed to attend Pell City High School, and so the reason there we got county students coming to our city school.
Well, okay. Let's not act like they're doing anybody a favor. State money follows the kid. Okay, so they're still getting money for those kids from the state. So it's not like they're doing us a favor. I mean, if those kids, sure, it's really they get more kids and they're getting the state money off those kids too. So they're not doing that just out of the kindness out of their heart. They know what they're doing. So let's not give them too much credit. But at the same time, I understand that yes, they are helping out. Us logistically because that'd be hard for the county to get to those kids. So, but they have some incentive to do that too. So,
Kevin, I saved you for last, buddy.
Well, I don't have a kid in the school system here. I'm just an alumni, so I really don't give a rip what people in Chula Vista North have to say about the tournament. But out of respect for them. This is, I don't need to be lambasting anything just like they have been accused of lambasting us or the board and everything. I think there's a situation where it's going to be a win-win where everybody wins. I mean, as far as, because like you said, the tournament, the exposure. This past week, in fact, I was able to stream the games on the tournament, and I enjoyed watching them because I was kind of on the mend from a surgery, and I wasn't able to attend, so I got an opportunity to watch the tournament games. That being said, now, and I'm just going to ask this question because I can't. Now, there's a Pell City Civic Center, correct?
Mm-hmm.
There is.
Now, is that where they play their home games, or they have their own gym?
Who?
Pell City.
No,
they have their own gym.
Okay. It's called the SEPA Center.
Okay, all right.
Well, it's at the SEPA Center.
All right,
it's a large, nice facility.
We need to come up with some way to, because I know every time each year a different school hosts it, they benefit financially. But what if we take, and I'm just throwing this out there, just see what, let's say, hypothetically, a couple years ago down the road and Pell City's invited to be in a tournament. You could still have a school taking turns hosting, like say when it's our turn to host the tournament, or have us be the host team at the Pell City gym, or wherever the tournament's going to be held. And that particular year, we reap the benefits financially. Now, I know that people will be going to Pell City, spending money, buying gas, and that's going to affect that economy for that year. Maybe come up with some kind of way where everybody gets a piece of everything and it's equal.
Right.
But from a competitive standpoint, and this may burn some people in South St. Clair County, but like I said, I give a rip less. If there's more teams involved, there's more parity, which means less teams. You see less the same teams winning every year. Because this is what it's about to become.
Yeah.
So if you invite Pell City in, maybe they win it the first year. But then again, maybe they don't. Like I said, I may not be looking at it the right way, but sure, there's some way we can come up with something where everybody benefits. Like just like a husband and a wife are arguing. Somehow, have a mediator and they compromise, and I just feel like that.
I mean, I think you would have to.
Yeah.
You'd have to find a compromise there on the way to do it.
Great point.
I think y'all are onto something. It's not that necessarily nobody wants them in. It's how do we do it where the benefits aren't solely on one person more than the other. how we can still sort of kind of keep everything equal and fair. So it's not that nobody wants them in; it's that we want them in the right way.
Right.
And one last thing, and like I said, like when are we supposed to host a tournament again?
I'm not sure.
It could. I know we did it.
This was
2 years, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, something like that.
I think so. I think it was 2 years ago.
And I know we had a problem with attendance. Now, what are we going to do? Let's say Asheville is the number 1 seed in the tournament, and it's our year to host a tournament, but we can't pack the house because we still don't have. And I'm probably opening up another can of worms here because our facilities are not adequate enough to provide a packed house. Whereas if maybe this might motivate to get the chain rolling for that. But if it's our year to host the tournament, but yet the tournament's being held in Pell City, there would be a crowd there to come watch us play. But at the same time, financially, it might not be. I don't know. So.
Well, that's going to continue the way it is on that part for Asheville and Raglan.
Yeah.
We're going to continue to have the preliminary games, and then
We've hosted them and played the
we've
championship
been doing
games
that
at
for years,
Springwood.
at least 10.
Yeah.
Now, one last throw this sort of at Nick because you're more involved with behind the scenes stuff, being an educator here. So Pell City comes back in, and we restructure everything so that they are a vote, correct? They have a vote. They share in the revenue. What do we do for victory? Do we?
Well, that's
because
again.
they could have an argument at that.
So like,
yeah.
So as somebody that's a part of this athletic department at Asheville High School, I think and I'm not saying I'm speaking for Asheville High School, but from the experience that I've gathered being involved in our athletic department in county athletics, precedent is everything. So Pell City's got the argument in hand with the fact that we let in victory. We've already set the precedent that a non-county school system school can participate in the tournament. So Pell City's got that going for them. If we let Pell City come in as a full voting member, not as an observer member like Victory is, then we've got to let Victory be the same way. We got to let Victory have a shot at hosting too.
Yeah.
So, you could talk about this for hours because there's literally a million different ways you could chop this up, but ultimately it's going to be up to the Board of Education and the superintendent and the county AD to determine, and the current schools to determine whether that they're going to do that or not.
Gotcha.
So,
guys, the next subject on there, Nick, would you like to move that to another episode? I'm sorry that we didn't have Clint Thompson with us tonight. He's not feeling well.
oh, you're talking about the golf thing? Sure.
Yeah, you want to do that another time where
Sure.
we can really
That's
bear
fine.
down on that?
Yeah.
Some? Okay. But to let everyone know, Nick, you are a coach for the golf team. You and Coach Thompson, Clint Thompson.
Yes, and one more. We're the only golf team in the county with 3 coaches. So, I'm the head coach. Clint
Well, that's a whole
Thompson's.
little one.
I know Clint Thompson's an assistant coach. He's going to be helping with the boys, and then I've got a gentleman by the name of Pat Worsham. Pat's going to be an assistant coach for the girls, so he's going to be helping with the girls team.
Okay.
And as of right now, I don't have exact numbers, but we've got about eight guys and about 3 girls. So we're looking forward to it. I have more info on whenever you have me back. But yeah,
Okay, we'll do that when we can do a lot more in depth on that. Baseball's around the corner. I'm sure Coach Hawk is holding some tryouts. I think
those were held back in October.
Well, wait a minute. I thought. What did you tell me?
Varsity.
Varsity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So is anything happening just briefly?
They had a work day Saturday. Softball also has had a work day. I'm not 100% certain on softball. Softball had that fundraiser back in December, pancake breakfast. That went really well for the softball program. Softball's got a packed schedule, as softball always does. Baseball's got a packed schedule, of course. And I know both teams are going to be busy coming up during the spring break. Both of them are going to have tournaments and whatnot. Both head coaches, Kristen Seals for softball and Paul Hawk for baseball, and their junior high and JV programs are getting ready. They're gearing up right now, and they're chomping at the bit for that hitting facility to be done.
I saw machines
So-
running over there while we were checking out the batting cages yesterday. There was some skid steer loaders and dirt work and things going over there yesterday. Had a little kind of a nice day to do some outdoor work, especially if you're having to use a shovel or something like that. Kevin, you build up a little body heat. It felt good.
Hey, stay tuned to AshevilleAthletics.com for baseball and softball schedules. That's
absolutely.
Those are going to be coming soon.
Absolutely. Shout out to Coach Hawk there, 36 Belly G Bob to you. And so, all right, boys, we're getting close into our show here. As promised, I don't want to take this little nugget away from anybody. We're going to talk a little bit of SEC, a little NCAA. It's been a while since we've got together and knocked heads over that. Football seasons, Auburn had a rough one. Had an interesting one.
Yeah.
With some coaching changes.
They went on a hiring freeze, didn't they?
Well, you could say that. We were driving a Cadillac for a while, and that was fun. We all love Carnell Williams, who has ties right here at Asheville, and he got to drive the bus for the Auburn Tigers there for about 4 games. I thought he did. Even though it was unique, he did a pretty dang good job of stepping in and turning the morale around, the attitude of the fans.
Oh, yeah.
The fans were just like ready to throw rocks, and then he comes in, and all of a sudden, the attitude changed. And guys, I'm not kidding you. Just like that.
Yeah.
Snap of a finger. He changed it. I think he set the tone for Coach Freeze to come in. We had a lot of people pushing for Carnell. I think that was we love Carnell. We liked what he did for a moment. Coach Freeze is in. I think his recruitment and development of quarterbacks is going to be something fresh for Auburn this next year. Nick was involved with that program for 4 years on campus there. I'm sure he's heard some of the feedback from the new hire.
Yeah, so I think it's important to shout out John Cohen, the new athletic director, for making that Hugh Freeze hire and for handling the transition from Carnell to Freeze so well. And also shout out to Rich McGlynn, who was our interim athletic director, who took over for Alan Green when Alan Green was let go, and who kind of who really was the guy that had put Cadillac in charge, so to speak, as interim head coach. So shout out to Cadillac, John Cohen, Hugh Freeze, and Rich McGlynn for doing the best that they possibly could in that situation. And I think Auburn's getting ready to do to make a serious statement this upcoming season.
A lot of fans were a little hesitant with Coach Freeze, but once they heard him speak, I think his is that called an introductory press conference? Is that the correct terminology? Once everybody heard that, everybody's like, well, maybe I was wrong. This guy he's the real deal. Maybe we need to pay attention and let him have it. This is probably the guy we should have had in, 3 years ago or 2 years ago.
And I'd never met him before. I got to meet him Friday.
Is that right?
And at the Alabama Football Coaches Association conference down in Montgomery, and he right behind Sam Pittman, he had the entire crowd locked in, and so shout out to him.
Brandon Farmer, are you on board with Coach Freeze? Are you feel good about that? Now, better.
Well, he's number 3 in the transfer portal.
I think so. He's top 5 for sure.
Top 5 for sure.
Not bad, right?
No,
I mean it's just look. I mean you want to be excited. It just remains to be seen. You just never know. I think he's moving things in the right direction. And I also thought Coach Hansen was too in some sense last year, but I don't know. I think we just – but it feels like he's getting the right kids in to –
He had 200 kids at junior day.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah, and he's yeah, I did. And he's I noticed he's hitting the road a lot, man. He's putting the work in, as well as Saban is too. Saban's right there beside him because I think they were at
Central Phoenix.
Central Phoenix.
Yeah, they were Central Phoenix
both
together.
of them.
Yeah.
So,
which I'm sure was great.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Our lone Alabama fan at the table, Mr. Kevin Moore. Now, Kevin, oops, we had a little accident over there. We're good. We're good. Hang tough. Call an ambulance. Okay.
He's good. He's fine.
Kevin, Georgia's really beating their chest right now, and you're hearing this, we're the new dynasty, blah, blah, blah.
Do I not get to comment on Auburn?
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm a
Bammer, but I'm not a hatred.
Okay,
I've got my own opinion. But I've got my statement for that, too.
I don't have a lot of statement news myself. I was going to lean on heavily on that. But now you can go ahead. We've kind of went way over the lot of time here. But if you want to say something about Auburn, I think you can.
Now, I'll admit, I've never, in all my years of following Auburn football, I've never seen the Auburn football fan base divided over this Hugh Freeze hire. But at the end of the day, I'm like, there's about 30 other football coaches that did or doing what he got accused of. He just happened to get.
He got caught.
Yeah. So my thing is, what's the scripture? I'm losing my train of thought here. Whoever's without sin, throw the first. You get to throw the first stone. Yeah. I mean, and I think now. One thing that I think Hugh Freeze has it because we've all seen Gus Malzahn's offense, what it could do with Nick Marshall and Cam Newton at quarterback. Now, with Hugh Freeze coming in, with him developing with his ability to develop quarterbacks, I think you're going to see that every year. I mean, I hated playing against Gus Malzahn's offense when those two were quarterback because you couldn't stop it.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, the defensive coordinator was Kirby Smart. But anyway. But with Hugh Freeze is the head coach, and it's Gus Malzahn 2.0, but Hugh develops players better than Gus did, and I think what you're going to see, and like you said, the transfer portal, that's the perfect equalizer for college football. It helps you transfer if you got one of Gus's problems over the last 2 or 3 years was recruiting offensive linemen.
Yeah.
Well. Gus, Hugh's already solved that problem.
Yeah.
So if they can remain injury free. And develop those players. I mean, Auburn could very easily win 8 or 9 ball games next year. And usually the first year Auburn coaches have pretty good success. Look at go back Gus's first year.
National championship.
And we'll find out how good a recruiter Hansen was in his year and a half here on the Plains.
Terry Bowden.
Yeah, Terry Bowden but I think the way they handled that situation with Carnell, nobody could have done any better. It was a class way to do it, and he was fully deserved because, like I said, in that Iron Bowl, I think they were the only team the whole year that ran for 300 yards on Alabama.
Yeah.
And because they knew they were limited in what they could do, and they just said we're going to sink or swim with this game plan.
And I hate to like what Carnell did with that coaching staff too. Will Friend getting promoted to interim offensive coordinator and play caller from being the O-line coach under Hansen, to what happened on the defensive side of the ball too, where those coaches, man, it's just falling apart back there, isn't it?
Thank God for it.
If you can't bring it up for everybody, just don't bring it.
Yeah. To what those guys did, like under what Cadillac was able to do with those guys and how they were able to work with the offense and work with the defense when they're down a head coach and coordinators. Like, what they were able to do was awesome. I mean, to work from behind like that and then to motivate what Cadillac was able to do to motivate those kids and to motivate those assistant coaches that knew they were going to get fired. Yeah. Like, those guys knew what was going to happen. They knew they were going to get let go. And they still went into work every day, and they still tried to win ball games, both kids and coaches. You've got to pat those guys on the back. And I know Will Friend landed on his feet, and all that, Jeff Schmedding did too. I think he's the DC at Washington State now, and all those guys just they push through. So shout out to them for at least doing that.
Yeah. And now going back to what you said about Georgia being a dynasty, they're a dynasty right now. They're on top. But and when I say this now of course he has an opportunity to prove us right or wrong. But nobody's won 3 in a row ever. Yeah. So we'll see what he can do. Now could Georgia take a step back or two this coming year? Possibly. I don't know. And I've always thought that Kirby would be the kind of coach. That's who I've always wanted to replace Nick Saban when he retired. Of course, Kirby goes to Georgia, so getting him. Money talks, but I seriously doubt Kirby will ever.
He's a Georgia boy. He's staying there as long as he can, anyway.
So I'm not going to sit there and say the dynasty's over with because we said that in 2015. And now, granted, it's 8 years now. So at some point, Nick's going to retire. And there was times where I thought this past season was 1982 all over again. For those that Bear Brights last year think that the team didn't look disciplined, they fell apart at certain times of the game. But I think Nick Saban's going to, now whether it be this year or he stays 5 years, I think he's when I say this, and this is my gut feeling, he's not going to leave the program until it's left on top.
Right.
Now does that mean Kirby's going to stop winning national championships? No, but Kirby's won 2, Nick's won 6. So when you say dynasty, if he can do, if they make it to the playoffs again this year, then I think you very well say dynasty.
Okay.
Maybe. I mean,
I don't know really what constitutes a dynasty.
Right.
Is three-peat a dynasty, or is when you've won? I mean, is there a winning percentage that constitutes a dynasty? I don't know, but it's interesting to see. I think the SEC is healthier overall now. At least you begin to see teams do better.
I was glad to see Tennessee. College football is better when Auburn and Tennessee's up there too.
Yeah. We lost Mike Leach. I think he had some things going very positive for Mississippi State, but that's lost now, and I don't know where they're going to go. I don't know what.
Well, they've got their guy, so we'll see how he does.
Yeah.
So
okay. All right. Moving forward just a minute. Basketball games didn't go too well for either Alabama or Auburn yesterday.
You talking about the SEC Big 12 Challenge? Yeah, and the SEC lost that, by the way. What, 7-3?
Yeah,
I think so.
Even Missouri won.
So, got a lot more basketball to play in college. A lot happens this time of year, even with football, even though it's out of season. With recruiting, with NIL, with transfer portal, it's almost a year-round sport now.
Yeah.
It really is. So anything else you guys? I mean, we're way past the
season 5 premiere. Thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah.
But maybe, hey, it was a great one, right? We
Yeah.
kicked it off.
Yeah. Good luck. Good luck going forward,
Wheels
guys.
are moving. Thank you guys. For being
do we
here.
need to address? Do we need to address dog talk?
Well, I'll let you
Exactly.
address it because I don't.
So we had this show called Dog Talk, and it is no longer around.
Nope.
It is. So this show is Bulldog TV is going to carry on the mantle of Dog Talk. Dog Talk was run by Clint, Thompson, and myself, and then somehow we sort of got other jobs sort of piled up for us, and it just became a lot, and so we had to step away, and now we still have Bulldog TV, and so Bulldog TV is going to carry on the mantle of keeping everybody informed about everything going on at Ashville High School, but also in the community. And so, Dog Talk was sort of the school show, and Bulldog TV was sort of the community show. Well, now Bulldog TV is going to be both.
Yeah,
and
we're a dynasty.
Exactly. And I look forward to seeing the success of the new format and what you guys do. I think I had a good time. I mean, and don't think that I didn't like doing Dog Talk. I had fun, but I've had more fun today with this new format and you guys on Bulldog TV than I've had in a long time on Dog Talk.
And I'd like to mention we're going to rotate. We've got 2 more guys that are Dog Talk recruits. They went.
They didn't get fired.
They went into the transfer portal. Alex Farmer and Calvin Bailey, and we will be bringing those guys in. And we're all subject. We have schedules. All of us are heavily involved. Brandon's got his hands full with all kinds of sports. Yeah. Nick, I can't even run the list. I mean,
I got
it's just,
kidney stone hanging out my back.
It looks like the Dead Sea Scrolls when you look at what Nick's got to do. Kevin runs the city of Gaston, Alabama when he's not here.
Yeah.
He knows every single human being in Etowah County because I go to lunch with him, and there's not one single time that he doesn't know someone in the building we're in. But that's good.
You know what they say?
What's that?
Who's the fat kid beside Mickey?
They don't know me. They probably anyway.
That's the Moe's poster child.
Anyway, we've all got busy schedules, so we're not going to be here every week. The same faces may rotate in and out, but we're going to cover this thing, guys. We're going to keep Bulldog TV alive.
Share this episode.
Yes.
Copy the link
Yes.
if you're listening
Copy
to
the
this on a
link.
podcast platform or YouTube or Facebook.
Yeah.
Share it with folks.
And we'll still be bringing in some guests. We'll bring in some teams and coaches and
This
things like
podcast
that.
just ain't your average Joe.
It's not.
Oh, no.
Kevin.
I know I kind of rushed into that one.
Kevin, you're dancing with the devil right now. Anyway, thank you, fans.
No more from me today.
Thank you, Bulldog fans. It's been an interesting show. Covered a lot of subjects to get started back up. We may thin out the herd a little next time. We took out a lot of the fluff. You know, we did. We took a lot of the fluff out. So, guys, the way to end it, we used to kind of have music rolling. Nick would always push a button and you'd hear music. We don't have that anymore. So,
Whatever you do, hit them
why
straight.
don't we just tip our hats to the fans and say thank you, and we'll be back next week.